What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Make the EU Great Again Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode series. Here we are at the NHL Draft, and we're going to get right into it. So based on our scouting, we didn't really see anybody that's going to be like an all-star or like a slam dunk selection. The only top 10 guy should be Rasmus Dahlin. Let's just check this out really quick. And yeah, so Dahlin's the only top 10 guy, but if you go look at his player card, his attributes they look to be really bad. He's probably going to be like a 60 overall or something like that. And I feel like we're kind of in a stage where we can just add a couple more pieces, and with our progression, we'll be back in the playoffs in about 1 or 2 years. And Dahlin's probably headed to be probably like a 3 or 4 year project before he can play in the league. And so I'm not really keen on selecting him. Let's see what else we have available in the first round. So it looks like our scouting for the Czech League didn't work out too well. Janis and Obsut are not highly scouted, but Eggenberger is, and he has pretty poor stats as well. He's probably a medium top 6 guy. I mean, with those attributes, he's going to be a long way out. And then Mikko Vitaluoma, he looks to be medium top 6 as well. His stats look to be decent, but I don't think he's a player that I would like to spend a first round pick on. And then let's check out Joakim Makinen down here. His stats are a little bit worse than Vitaluoma's, and he's probably going to be like medium top 9 or something. So I don't like any of our options so far. These guys down here, what about Spruits? He's probably medium top 6, probably high 60 overalls, medium 60 overalls, something like that. Nothing too great there. Lundström is probably medium top 9. He has decent attributes, but I don't want to spend a first round pick on any of these guys. So I'm probably going to trade my first round pick. We get down in here to the second round. What's this guy's name? McShane. Alan McShane. What a name. Followed by Adam McMaster and Anderson McDonald. So a couple of mix there in the second round. So nothing's really standing out here from the second round. I got a couple guys from France, Belarus, Finland, Latvia, but like medium top 9 at best for those guys. Nothing that's really sticking out to me like, hey, we really need to get this guy. So we got the Norwegian, Patrick Weinrich. He doesn't seem like to be a terrible pick, probably medium bottom 6, but I mean, whatever. So we're going to try to trade some of these picks away. We have a first and 2 seconds. So I'll see what we can get for that. I'll see if we can target a player that can come in and probably play top 6 minutes right away. Or top 2 D minutes, it really depends. And there was one team. I went through and looked at the teams really quick before I started the draft, and there was one guy. I really forget what team he's on. Don't think he's on the Devils. The top 2 defensemen. Let's see. Nope, not the Devils. I really forget. I really forget, and I wish I didn't. Because this might make for an awkward beginning to a video as I try to figure out where this guy is. Yossi wouldn't be a bad option, actually. He is the Swiss defenseman. He's left-handed, so he can play opposite of Hedman. He'll have 2 years left at only $4 million. It's pretty cheap. We'll see if we can get Yossi. I forget the guy I was looking for, but Yossi is a really good option. I didn't forget the guy I was looking for. I was looking for Rasmus Ristolainen, but I don't know what team he's on, so this isn't going to go through. We're going to have to give up more than a first and 2 seconds to get a guy of this caliber. Let's just see what else we have out there that they might want to get their hands on. Maybe some prospects down here. Maybe a maybe Sorella. He's not quite NHL ready. Maybe even Rutsika. I mean, we just traded for Rutsika, but if we could get Yossi out of him, that would be a really good trade for us. Let's just throw in Marmanland really quick. See if the Islanders like this. They do not. Okay. So now let's change gears and throw in a pretty good prospect in Sorela. We'll try Sorela at first because compared to Rutska can play in the CHL, and they're the same overall, but Rutska is also 2 years younger. Anything from Sorela that I'm missing? Just want to make sure he doesn't have like super crazy stats for 72 overall. Let's see. 81 offensive awareness is really good, but nothing else is really catching my eye immediately. Let's see if we can get this done. I wonder if that probably wouldn't go through as is, but we'll see if we can retain one of these second-round picks. Probably not. Probably not. So to get Yossi, we're probably going to give up everything that we have that we're willing to trade, and I'm not sure if I want to do that quite yet. So I doubt I'd be able to get Rasmus Ristolainen either. So we're going to switch gears a little bit and go to the Anaheim Ducks and try to trade for William Nylander, the brother of Alex Nylander, and we should be able to get this to go through. It might even go through just for the first. We're going to try that to start, and it does not. So we'll throw in a single second-round pick, see if we can get that to go through for Willie Nylander. We'll throw in the Habs, because why not? See if that goes through. It does not. Okay, we'll change that to our second-round pick. See if we can get that to go through. Okay, it does not. So we'll have to give them something that they're asking for, something that they want. So let's see what that might be. And it's pretty much the same. Unfortunately about this trade is it's all NHL ready guys that they want back. Might go Eriksson Ek, just because he's a much lower prospect on our totem pole. Does have good stats actually. This is tough, man. We'll go Kempe first. See if they want Kempe in this deal. Nope. Can't trade Kempe. He is expiring, so that's fun. That's fun. Do they want a goaltender? They do not. Okay. Well, anybody on this list not 1 year remaining? Yep. So Aho or Eriksson Ek can go, and of the two, we're gonna try to trade away Eriksson Ek to get William Nylander back. That does not go through either. So we'll throw in like a third, I guess. I don't know what's going to make this deal go through. Do not know. We don't even have a third. Nylander's expiring, so he's going to need a new contract anyways. So let's just move on from this deal. Let's just move on. Go to the Rangers. I have a few guys written down that I've been looking at through the course of this series. And the Rangers, in particular, have one Marco Dano that I'll be trying to trade for. So Marco Dano, click the wrong guy, that's okay. Just wait a second. Marco Dano here, 85 overall, 23 years old, a little bit of potential left. He is from Slovakia, I believe that is. So he's definitely eligible for us. We could try to get Gustafsson here, the high top 6 defenseman, the 7th overall pick last season. But we're going to see if we can get Dano first. We'll see if we can get the 2 seconds to trade away for Marco Dano. Okay, there we go. Marco Dano could be a second line guy for us immediately, and then looking forward to the future, he could end up being a good third liner, more than likely. Is he on the last year of his deal too? No, he's got 1 year left at just under $3 million. What do the Rangers want back? Probably NHL ready guys. Yep. So they want Eriksson Ek as well. I might have to get rid of Eriksson Ek to get something to go through. So second in Eriksson Ek, will that work? Okay, it does. So we got Marco Dano, who is an upgrade over Eriksson Ek, and our second round pick is likely to be garbage anyways. So now let's go to the Nashville Predators. Where are they at? They're right here. Alright, we're going to look at a defenseman now in Julius Honka. So I just traded for him in my Bruins series. Now we're going to try to trade for him here in the EU series. A little bit different player at this stage in his career. In the Bruins series, he's an 88 overall. Solid top pair defenseman. In this series, he is not quite there just yet. But we'll see if we can get him. So there's a little bit of a disparity in the trade value. Let's see if they'll go Honka in a second for our first. No, they will not. So let's see if we can get a third. Actually, we'll try 2/3 because we're greedy bastards. And why not? Okay, nope. 1/3. Nope. Okay, so I'm not going to get quite the return that we would like. Do they have any prospects we would want? Let's find out. Nurmi, maybe? He seems to have a pretty foreign name. Yep, he's from Finland. Okay, okay. This guy is from Sweden, I know that for sure. Solaric, no. We'll see if we can get Nurmi. Because, why not? Gotta get some more value back. Let's just... I'm tempted to say just fuck it and try to get this trade to go 3-1 for 1. And I'm about to try to justify myself. Or convince myself to do it. Honka's a medium top 4. But he's already 83 overall at age 22. And if we were to keep our pick, we would get, at best, like a medium top 4, 18-year-old that's like 65 overall. And would have a little bit lower trade value. So Honka's pretty much just accelerated on that curve. He's a better guy now than we would get later, I guess I could say. I don't know. Okay, sure. We'll see if we can get there third. I'm going to throw in a bunch of draft picks because we have them and we could afford to rid ourselves of them. So we'll throw in these 2 7ths first. And doesn't meet our block particularly well, so we'll throw in a couple of 6ths as well. So we have 2 4ths, 2 5ths, 2 6ths, 2 7ths. And we're going to try to use them to get Honka and a 3rd. So the Ducks, 5th. No, okay, so we'll try 2 5ths, 2 6ths, and a 1st. Can we get this trade? No. Alright, will this go through even? It will not. Why the hell? I mean, look at that disparity in the trade value. Ah, jeez, man. Alright, so we're going to go to Vancouver. And we're going to look at more of a non-NHL ready guy, and that's going to be Nico Hischier. The 2nd overall pick from last draft. The Vancouver Canucks do not want him anymore. Must be a little bit of falling out there, or maybe it's because they're listed as a champion. Somehow they had the 2nd overall pick last season. So we'll try to get Hischier from the Canucks. They definitely don't want draft picks with their champion status, but we're going to see if we can give them draft picks. And see if they'll take this 1st and the 2nd. Okay, well shit. We just picked up Nico Hischier for a 1st and a 2nd. A mid-round 1st and a mid-round 2nd. So, okay, so now we're headed up to the 4th round because that's when our next pick is. We still have 8 picks left in this draft, but I'm not sure if there's anybody that we'd want, so we might look to trade these picks to the future. We might literally make 0 selections in this draft just because I've looked through the players and there's just nothing there. There's just nothing there. So we're going to see. We'll see. Okay, who's available? Way down here we got Rugsiger. He's a left winger. He's probably going to be medium AHL top 6. Not the worst stats, so if we're picking somebody, it's probably going to be him, but, you know, We got Roman here from, oh my lord, Roman here from Slovakia, Milos Roman. Played in the Czech League. Looks to be medium bottom 6 maybe, with a little bit lower of an overall than the last guy. We also got Marco Lemon, or Leman, I don't know. He's going to be medium AHL top 6. What's this guy's name? Neil Caparisis? 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 I don't know. One of those 4. He's medium AHL top 6. Not the worst stats, but at this point we're already down to the 5th round. And at that point, you know, there's just nobody. Like, we're not going to reach that far. Goaltenders, there's only one guy left that's draftable, and he is American, so we're going to look to trade away some of these picks just because they're going to turn into shit players if I make these selections. So we're just going to see what we can get from our draft picks, our 8 draft picks that we have left. Okay. Does anyone want some late round draft picks in particular? No, not really. So let's go to a rebuilder and the Jets. Let's see if they'll trade us like a second next year. That would be insane. That would be insane. Nope, okay. Let's see if we can get a third. Let's try a couple of thirds, because why not? How does that? Nope. Well, we'll just go with 1/3. I'd be fine with that. That was rejected as well. So we're not going to get it from them. What about the Hurricanes? Are they interested? Okay, they are willing to trade away their second-round pick next season. That might help in this trade go through. Okay, it does not. Let's try for their third. And fourth and fifth. Why not? Just tack on to the deal. Just tack it on. Okay. 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 I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get anything done in terms of like a second or a third. At least from a rebuilding team, that is. We'll try the Oilers really quickly. And if they don't do it, then we're going to move to a hopeful. How about the Avalanche? They don't want to trade their picks. Blackhawks, what about them? Nor do they. Okay. The contender, Columbus Blue Jackets, they want to trade their picks. Let's see if we can pick up their third rounder. And that goes through, as it should. As it should. So we'll trade away these last 3 picks as well. We'll go to a rebuilder this time and see if we can get a fourth for all of these picks. Nope, a 6th and 2/7. That should be able to get at least a 5th round pick next season. Let's see if the Red Wings buy that, and they do. All right, so moved our picks ahead to the future just because there's nothing left in this draft that I would be interested in whatsoever. So, oh well. Oh well. So we look to move to next season and see what we have there. No, actually there's free agency still left to go. Fuck me. Alright, we're gonna... Literally 0 selections there from the London Golden Knights. I want to go take a look at Rasmus Dahlin. He went to the Panthers, Eggenberger to the Hurricanes, and Vital Luoma to the Lightning. So I'm going to look at those 3 players and see what they turned out to be. Panthers, Hurricanes, Lightning. Okay. Got that in my head. Panthers, Hurricanes, Lightning. Let's see what they turned out to be. We're going to need to go to the re-sign phase, look at the contract screen to go to their team. So, what was it again? Panthers, Hurricanes, Lightning. Okay, I believe that was right. So, just as a note, to get Dahlin, we'd have had to trade up, and it would probably be something like the first and the second, and maybe even more to get Dahlin. So he would have taken quite a bit of a haul to get him. And here we are at the Panthers, and Rasmus Dahlin is a 60 overall at age 18. So yeah, just what I expected, somewhere in the 60 range. He looks to be a long-term project for the Panthers. And then the next guy was on the Hurricanes. I forget who exactly, but we'll find out. Eggenberger, holy shit, he's a 52 overall, age 18, two-way forward. So he would have been, you know, like 5 years down the road. He might be cracking the NHL lineup, but nothing near NHL ready. And then on the Lightning, that's the Canucks. No. The Lightning, we have Vital Luoma, who was a 65, so he'd probably been the best option in terms of an NHL ready guy. Pretty decent offensive stats, up in the high 70s, but his defensive awareness is 69, so with a half-star defense. Still quite a bit of a ways away, but probably the closest of the 3. But I'm happy with what we got in return. We got Dano and somebody else. Somebody else. I forget who exactly, but that's no big deal because you guys remember. Hischier. Yep, we got Nico Hischier right there. As I just completely forget. Losing my mind here. Hischier looks to be a two-way forward of the future. The thing about why I'm okay with getting him as opposed to that Vital Luoma guy is the difference between the medium elite and the medium top 6. It's a huge difference, and Piche has a lot more trade value, so if he doesn't work out in the long term, we can just move him for something else. So looking at guys we need to re-sign, we have 21.7 mil in cap space. We don't have too many guys here to sign. So we got Henrik Samuelsson. As I'm pulling out my calculator 1 second. So he's wanting a shit ton of money. So maybe that means he's going to progress. If we were to give him an 8-year deal, he'd want $6.5 million. He's currently a third liner. So what can we get him for 2 years? We can get him for $2.25, and that's what we will offer him. $2.225. 2.225. Okay, there we go. Kevin Fiala, what does he want? He wants 3 years at sub $2 million. You know what? I'll give you 2 years sub 2 mil. We'll give you, I did that wrong, 1.625. That's what Fiala will be earning the next couple of seasons. What about Kasperi Kapanen? Okay, he wants a 2-way deal. Sign me up for that shit. My goodness. We'll give him 2 years on a 2-way deal. And then Adrian Kempe, we can give him a 2-way deal as well. Klaus Dahlbeck, we'll give him 1 year. He might make a jump this offseason, who knows. Same thing with Victor Louvre, and we can leave Liljegren unsigned. So take a look at our defense. So we have our 6 NHL guys, and then we have like 3 AHL guys, but we might find some people in free agency that can be better suited on our AHL roster than Liljegren. So that's the re-sign phase. I don't think I have any. Well, obviously didn't draft anybody, so no one's going to be unsigned except from last season. But goaltenders, we're all good there. All right, so let's just move right on. Move right on to free agency, boys. Let's see who might be available for us. Before I get into that, I'm going to take a look at what our lines might look like if things were to stay the same. Yeah, we're just going to see what that looks like, I guess. Don't really know what to say while this is simulating. Okay, I'm going to build up some drama here. So before we look at who might be in free agency, if there's anybody out there, any young studs that weren't signed, or any veterans that could help us win now, if that's what we're looking to do, we're going to find out. So, yeah. As I try to think through what screens I should be looking at. So forwards. Here's what our forwards look like. In this system, we have Laine, Puljujärvi, Aho, Nylander, and then Draisaitl. So our top line might be like Draisaitl, Laine, and Nylander, because he looks to have a crazy offensive season next season, and he might grow some in the off season. So I'm willing to give him first line minutes with his 90 overall offensive stats. He should put up quite a few points for us. So that'll be our first line, and our second line will probably be something like Wenberg as the center, and then Dano and Niederreiter, or maybe Puljujärvi, just depends. And then our bottom 6 could Aho could be down there with Fiala and Samuelsson as the third line, and then like or maybe Heinz if he grows. He has the offensive stats to play third line center, and then like Olofsson, Kempe, Kapanen as the fourth line maybe. So right now a hole that we have is like third line center, and just like a good or a better bottom 6, an improved bottom 6. But if there's a stud up there, you know, no holes barred from me. I could easily just leave Puljujärvi on the third line, or one of Dano or Niederreiter. Probably Niederreiter. Just put him on the third line. I don't care. So defense, what are we looking at here? We are looking at Hedman and Lindholm, and Polka and Joel to be our top 4. And then after that, kind of a question mark. Larson will probably crack the NHL squad, and then Rasmus Andersson might grow enough to do the same, or Dahlbeck or Louvre might grow. But it looks like improving on that third pairing, or if the top 2 guys there I will jump at the chance of getting a top 2 guy. Goaltenders, we are fine. Yeah, we have those guys set in stone pretty much. So let's take a look at who is available in free agency. Let's have a look. So we'll go here and sign free agents, boys. Drum roll, please. Okay, so one guy, Mikko Koivu. He looks to be the only guy available, really. Going down the list, I don't know where Hamhuis is from, but I imagine it would be fucking Canada. Toby Enstrom as an 83 overall. If we get him for like 1 season, maybe. Stahlberg, eh. So nothing too great outside of Mikko Koivu, the Finn, the fantastic Finn here. I would not want to sign him for 2 years, but I would not be too opposed to signing him to 1 year if he doesn't cost too much. So 8 mil for 1 season for Mikko Koivu. I'm going the wrong direction. We do have 21 mil to work with, so I'm fine with just offering him up 8 mil, see if he signs. And if he doesn't, not too worried about it, but if he does, fantastic. Let's see what's available in the net. And see if there's anything here. Probably not. Lettinen, but I'm not going to pay $5 million for a slight backup upgrade. Not in the slightest. Niemi, no. Why is Andre Pavlik asking for so much money? He wants $3 million more than Niemi. I mean, he has the starter role, yeah, but why does he have a starter role? This game, man, this game. A guy we could sign down here is Laxo. Levi Laxo, but we have a... I mean, just last season we signed a guy better than him in Carleto, who was the same age, but he was 8 overall points better. And we don't have a spot for Laxo onto the team right now, so let's take a look at prospects among skaters. I don't think we have anything here. Nope, all these guys are higher or older. Pretty up there in age. So let's take a look at forwards, see if there's anything there. Nothing is jumping out. De La Rose. Where's he from? Jacob De La Rose. He wouldn't be a bad option. Age 23, low top 9. Still has a couple years left of potential. He could be a bottom line guy, maybe even. Yeah, he'd be really good for the bottom line. 4.5 star physical, 4.5 star skating. Not bad defense. Average offense. So let's see. I'm going to Google up real quick where De La Rose is from. Google. Pick up De La Rose. He is from Sweden. Perfect. So let's just go ahead and send out... he wants a one-way deal. Alright, whatever. We'll send De La Rose a contract offer. Anyone else here? Blandisi? No. Your name's Joe. You are North American. No doubt about it. Anyone else here? Getting down into the high AHL potential guys. Nothing there. Alright, so now the only question remaining is if I want to sign Enstrom or not. Wherever Enstrom went. Okay, I'm on defense. Or I was on forwards, so. Oh yeah, all these guys are ineligible. Yimlin and Kulemin are both Russian, so they're not eligible, but Enstrom is eligible. I could sign him. He could just be a bottom pairing guy, but at age 33, like, why would I be doing that? Well, you could argue the same thing. Why am I signing Koivu? So I might as well just go ahead and pull the trigger on him. We'll give him a $5 million offer for 1 season. I feel like if we can pick up these 2 guys, we can compete this season for a playoff spot. Especially if we get good off-season growth from some of our younger guys. So let's go ahead a few days and see if those guys sign with us. And if they do, we'll be headed into the next season. Enstrom accepted. De La Rose accepted. Koivu will be waiting 1 more day. Koivu accepted. So welcome to the newest London Golden Knights. We are going to head into next season. And, it's really going to depend on these progressions as to how we go about this next season. If everyone stays about the same, then we're probably not going to finish much better than we did this season. So he might be looking more at a rebuild kind of year, a tanking kind of year, I guess. Play some of our younger guys in much higher roles than they are, or than they're calling for. And if we get great progression, then we'll just take it into the season and see how it turns out. I'm hoping more for the latter, because I mean it'd be nice to compete. It's always nice to compete. You know, it's always nice to be closer to becoming a dynasty and winning a Stanley Cup. So yeah, we're just gonna take it one step at a time, I guess. Don't really know what else to say. Come on, EA, can you finish simulating this season, please? I would like to go ahead and get to next season. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Hopefully, that'll take up a little bit of time here. All right, so I'm really interested to see what Alex Nylander can do on the top line. With his offensive stats being already in the 90s. Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just waiting for this to finish. Let's go, game. Come on. I feel like this is the longest simulation that's as long as it's ever taken. I mean, it just feels like been sitting here for a while now, just waiting for it to finish. It'd be nice to see some better guys in free agency next time. Interesting to see those higher level guys as options for us. It's kind of tough when you go about a series or a team where you restrict your nationalities. It's tough because most of the players are Canadian or American, so pretty much everyone that's good is unavailable to you. And like that off season or that free agency period, like the entire first page had only one guy that we could sign. And we did, but only one guy out of all those players. So let's take a look at some of our progressions, see if anybody is making some moves here. Koivu down 1 overall point to an 86. Not too concerned about that. Dano Niederreiter. Samuelson up to an 85. That's good. Winberg still 85. Fiala up to 84. Olafson up to 82. Heinz up to 81. What's he looking like? 89, 88. So I might leave him as the top line AHL again next season. Or I might put him third line center. But I doubt I'll put him third line center since we have Koivu now. Okay, so let's take a look at the AHL. What do we have here? Oh shit, I have a bunch of guys down here I need to call up. Oh, okay. I was getting concerned, but we still have to send down 3 guys. My goodness. So Nylander jumped up to an 84. No one else saw crazy growth. Sorella 74, Hischier 67. So take a look at Nylander's stats. 92 offensive awareness, 94 passing. This kid's gonna put up mad assists next season. In the NHL level. So call him up. We're gonna send down Heinz, send down De La Rose, send down, I think for minor or depth forward guys, send down Olafson. Okay. So now the only guy to decide on still is Kapanen, and so he looks like. The only reason I'm not considering Kempe is because he's got the 4th line role, and he's a pretty good 4th line guy. So it'd be nice to leave him there, and then Kapanen could get more AHL time. Play top line with Heinz and somebody else. So that's what our forwards look like. We're a lot better than I thought we would be. We only have one guy below an 84 overall, and that's Kempe. And yeah, look to be pretty good this season, at least in terms of our forwards. So defensemen, what do we have here? No jumps from our guys. Enstrom did not regress any. And Yolivi's up to an 87. Larson up to an 83. So those guys are definitely coming up. And Rasmus Anderson up to an 80. Zaboral 87. So some good growth there from those guys as well. But our top pairing is going to be Hedman and either Yolivi or Lindholm. I don't have to decide now. I can decide later. And then the second pairing is going to be Polka and whichever one's not on the first. And then Larson and Enstrom as the bottom pairing. So we look to be pretty damn good this season. Carletto up to an 80. So good shit there from the team, man. I'm going to take a look at Liljegren as well. We don't have him signed, so he doesn't show up in that list. But he's probably in progress reports. Under in the system. Liljegren's a 73. So way down here. Okay. Not bad. Passing already 86, offensive awareness 83. Just needs to get his defensive ratings up some and his skating. Where's that at? It's way over here. It's in the 80s. His defense and his shooting, I should say. But he's still quite a ways out. Our AHL squad's probably going to be pretty good too. So this team's really coming together. Really coming together. And it looks like we're going to be pretty damn good this season. Hopefully we can compete for a playoff spot. So that'll be it for this video. As always, if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe so you can be notified whenever we put up more videos for this series and others. Speaking of, go check out some of our other series as well. Tune in next time to see what this team's going to look like and how we're going to perform in the regular season. And I'll see you guys next time.